Today the topic is finding a specific term in a binomial expansion. Starting with a prior knowledge check. If you look into my previous video under this topic, binomial expansion or the binomial theorem, I have explained how to expand x plus 2 to the whole power 5. Now in this lesson we are going to check on how to find a term in between. For example, the fourth term or the third term. You're not going to expand the whole thing, but just a specific term. How can we find that? Taking you to the notation where a plus x to the power n is equal to sigma r equals 0 to n CR a n minus r x to the power r. We will be using this part to find a specific term. Given we have n, or in some cases the r, so we have different types of questions under this topic. Now the value of n remains 5 for all the terms, but the value of r here for the first term you can see it's 0. So this is the first term. For the second term your value for r is 1. For the third term it's 2, and fourth term it's 3. So we can see that the value for r is equal to the position, like whichever position you're talking about. If it's a third term, the position is 3, so 3 minus 1. So this is something that you will be using. This is an important note to be taken. Starting with the first question, case 1. The ninth term of x plus 6y, the whole to the power 10. They are asking you for the ninth term. We have the formula with us. The value of n is equal to 10. Here r is going to, we know the position minus 1, so it's going to be 9. We are looking for the ninth term. So 9 minus 1, so r is going to be 8. Since we are talking only about the ninth term, n takes the value 10. So 10 c r is 8 multiplied by a. So here the first term, just compare it with the question. Here this is going to be a. So x to the power of n minus r. n minus r is 10 minus 8 multiplied by your second term. Here x. So here it's 6y. So I'll put it inside a bracket because it's the second term here, xy. To the power of r, and my r is 8. 10c8 can be written as 10 factorial divided by 8 factorial times 10 minus 8. So 10 minus 8 factorial is 2 factorial multiplied by x to the power 10 minus 8, 2. I have 6 to the power 8 multiplied by y to the power 8. So this is equal to 45 times 6 to the power 8 times x squared y to the power 8. So you can use your calculator to find the answer for this. So this is the final answer for the ninth term in the expansion. Moving on to the next question. In case 2, the second question here, they are asking you to find the middle term of 2 minus 3y, the whole to the power 6. Now starting off by n is equal to 6, and they have asked you to find the middle term. So since n is 6, there are going to be n plus 1 terms in the expansion. This was again discussed in the previous video. So here you're going to have 7 terms. Now talking about the middle term, for sure you will have 1, 2, 3, the first 3 terms, and then you have the middle term, and then you have the remaining 3. So these are the 7 terms which we have. And you can see the middle term, this is going to be the middle term. This is the first term, the second, the third, and the fourth term is going to be the middle term. Now you can say r is going to be 4 minus 1 because you have the position. So r takes the value 3. Now using the values given, n is 6, c r is 3. You have the first term, which is 2 to the power of 6 minus 3. The second term, you have negative 3y, so I'll put a bracket, negative 3y to the power of r. R here is 3. Now this is going to be equal to 20 multiplied by 2 to the power of 3 multiplied by negative 3 to the power 3 multiplied by y to the power 3. So again, you can use your calculator to figure this out, which is negative 4,320 y cubed. So the final answer here is this. Moving to the next question. In case 3, which is the question has two parts here, consider the expansion of 2x plus 3 to the whole power 8. Part A of the question is to write down the number of terms in this expansion, and part B, find the terms in x cubed. Now write down the number of terms in the expansion. Here n is equal to 8, so the number of terms in the expansion will be n plus 1, which is 9 terms. Find the term in x cubed. Now when we expand 2x plus 3 to the power 8, there is going to be a term which has x with the power 3. So they are asking you to find that particular term. Find the term in x cubed. So I will start with NCR. Now n is 8. So have 8CR. I'm not sure what is the value for r, so I just keep it as r here. The first term is 2x, so 2x to the power of 8 minus r, which is n minus r, times you have 3 to the power of r. Now let me expand this expression more. So 8CR, 2 to the power of 8 minus r. I have x to the power of 8 minus r multiplied by 3 to the power r. Now this is the term that we are looking for, and they said that find the term in x cubed. So here what we need is an x cubed. So x to the power of 8 minus r should be equal to x cubed. This is what we want. Now since we are looking for a value for r here, for this to be equal to 3, I can say 8 minus r is 3, which means, so 8 minus 3 is r, and my r gets the value 5. Now once you have found the value for r, go back to this expression, just put the value for r and get your final answer. So this is going to be 8c5, 2 to the power of 8 minus 5, which is going to be 3. X to the power 8 minus 5 is 3, and 3 to the power of 5. You can use your calculator to get the final answer here, which is 108864 and x to the power 3. Now case 4, this question is similar to the previous one because they have not mentioned the position of the term that they want. Instead of that, they have said find the term independent of x. Independent of x means there is no x in the whole term, so for sure the power of x is going to be 0. So you do the same procedure as in the previous question, and at the end you have to equate it to x equals 0 and find the value for r, and that's how you do it. You can just pause the video and look for the steps.